I leaned against the wall, bass throbbing in my head. The lights bounced across the floor in no discernible pattern. With a deep sigh, I closed my eyes. Only another hour. Then you can slip out without looking like a jerk. Deep breaths. Not having fun? I opened my eyes and realized I was being watched. Is it that obvious? Nah, I just read your mind. The man grinned at me. He was dashingly handsome. Long, dark dreads fell down his back, complementing his deep brown skin. His eyes were alight with a sharp blue. In the presence of such beauty, I felt like a potato. My cheeks burned a bright red. I'm just here for my friend. She's getting married this weekend. Idiot. He doesn't care. And she took you to a gay club. His smile was easy, relaxed. I wanted to feel that way. I wanted to stay in that smile. She thought it'd be more fun than a regular club. I don't know. I'm not really a club person. As if he couldn't tell that by your clothes and shitty haircut. Hey, I like your hair. He moved a little closer. My heart began to pound. Are you straight then? I laughed. Not even a little. Good, because I'd love to take you out sometime. Don't worry, I won't take you to a club. I met his gaze. He is playing with you. No one like him would want a loser like you. He reached out his hand and tucked a piece of hair behind my ear. I swear I could hear a buzzing of electricity from his skin. I happen to think you are the most adorable person here. I swallowed heavily. If you really mean it, I mean, yes, of course. He chuckled softly and pulled out a business card from his pocket. My cell is on here. If you want that date, call me anytime. I'm Devin, by the way. Harold, I said breathlessly. Nice to meet you, Harold. He leaned even closer, his lips so close to my neck. I can't wait. I was able to get out of the club pretty soon after meeting Devin and started my walk home. It was lightly snowing. Everything was bathed in sparkling curtain of white. I could still feel my cheeks burning. He liked you. He thought you were adorable. I giggled out loud and did a small twirl. I was almost home when I noticed something odd. The streetlights were out on my entire block. It was nearly midnight, and the only thing lighting the way was the moon. I took out my phone just in case and walked a little faster. It was then that I was grabbed from behind. Shut up and drop the phone. I did as I was told, terrified. Where is it? Choking on my own fear, I said, my wallet is in my pocket. You can have it. Just please let me go. I don't want your stupid money, Mort. I want the key. My legs gave out under me, and I fell onto the sidewalk. I could barely make out my attacker in the dark, but he was tall, too tall. His body was my size, but his neck stretched up almost 5 feet. His head hung upside down against his huge throat. I screamed, and the attacker kicked me hard in the stomach. Don't make me kill you, Mort. I'm no Mort. My name is Harold. I struggled to kneel, but only managed to slightly sit up. My attacker lowered his impossibly long neck and dangled his face in front of me. It was puckered with scars. A bit of skull was showing. This man could not be real. You really don't know, do you? I shook my head as I felt a warm stream of piss dripping out of me. The thing laughed. But you have one of his cards. He must have given it to you to throw me off. Fucking clever. Devin? The realization hit me. He never liked you. He used you to get away from this monstrosity. You are a loser, and you're going to die because of it. Is that the name he gave you? He was laughing hard now. The chuckle started at the base of his throat and traveling along the length of his lips. Are you going to kill me? Nah. He backed away. My friend here is. Out of the shadow stepped something even more horrifying than my attacker. It looked like two people who had melted together. Its skin had bubbles and cracks. The eyes were drooped into his chest. Its two heads looked more like deflated balloons. It crouched, eyeing me like a dog might a steak, and began to run towards me on his four legs. Out of nowhere, something knocked the monster away. It let out a scream as it hit the ground. The first attacker sighed. Really? Whatever was attacking the melted thing was ripping away eyeballs, and I heard multiple loud snaps, like bones being broken. Before I could focus on what was happening, the thing in front of me took my head between two hands and slammed my skull against the pavement. I was out. Wake up. I made tea. Slowly my eyes opened with incredible pain. I had no idea where I was. It was dim and smelled of earth. I couldn't turn my head or sit up. A small cry of pain escaped my lips. Someone quickly came to my side, tucking my hair behind my ear. I felt a familiar buzz. Devin. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. I thought I gave you my Mort card, not the other. I'm an idiot. Finally, I could see him, wearing a furry apron and covered in flour. Did I die? He laughed softly. No, Harold, you didn't die. You were attacked. You are probably extremely confused. My head hurts too. With his help, I got into a sitting position on the bed. I looked around the room, and it was certainly not an average apartment. The walls were made of rock, and dirt made up the floor. Yet there were shelves and cabinets, a rack where clothes hung, and even a simple kitchen. Devin stood back up and took something out of the oven. I hope you like cherries, he said cheerfully. I made a pie. Devin, are you going to hurt me? He looked at me with a face full of sadness. No, I promise. Did you kill those things? He nodded. Those things are shifters, and I guess I'm one of them. I squinted. You don't look like they did. He paused. Slowly he turned around and lifted his dreads up. Hidden, there was a large bullet hole at the base of his neck. Part of his spine was poking out of the hole. Jesus! I took a deep breath. And there I was, scared of you just for hitting on me. He laughed and turned back to me. I'm not scary, not to you anyway. Are you dead? Sort of. He took off the apron, smoothing his clothes down. I can't explain it all to you, but just know that I am not like the other shifters. I care about humans. About me? I felt like a child, asking for mommy's approval. But Devin's smile soothed my nerves, especially you. He was suddenly next to me and kissing me lightly. This is your first kiss, he smiled. Your first? Really? But you're so cute. I felt that familiar blush. Okay, what's with the mind reading? Sorry, I forget not everyone can do that. He reached for some clothes and slipped them on. Rest up, we have to leave soon. I rubbed my head, feeling a large bump, and I grinned sheepishly. Can I have some pie first?